Yeah, while I was adjusting this. Derek's playing it for sure. He hit a speaker somewhere.
About to fucking walk out in a fucking
Yeah.
Batman suit.
I'm guessing.
Please.
Yes! Was that? Did you already own that, or did you just get it?
And welcome to the inaction.
So the music started playing. He's like, "What is that?" And I'm like, "I think Derek's playing it." And he's like, "Please tell me he's gonna come out and dress him as Batman."
I had this on underneath my clothes I was just wearing.
That is fantastic.
I had this bit planned. I was like so excited when I thought of it.
Is that a new costume, or did you already?
Oh, I bought this on Amazon. Welcome to the inaction.
Welcome to the Bat Pod.
It's me, Batman.
That's me, Brett.
It's me, Daniel.
This is one size too small because I had to get one that would get here in time, and I can feel it. But all worth it for the bit.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Absolutely.
Oh, that was great.
It's going to be 100% worth it when you wear it the entire time.
Oh yes, absolutely. That was a full commitment. If you could please.
There we go. Can see
Now-
your ears now.
I don't know if
They kind of
for
look like
audio
cat
listeners,
ears, but
I am in a full Batman suit.
Holy shit, dude.
If you want to see the reveal and everything, go to YouTube. Inaction
Yeah.
Podcast on YouTube, and you can
Yeah.
see this right now. Obviously, we know what we're going to talk about today.
oh yeah,
But before that, I got some other news we can discuss, and then the big talk.
Mm-hmm.
The what I've been waiting for like 2 years, of course.
Just for that.
please send that picture on the group chat.
Absolutely.
I was going to put it on the Twitter.
Put on the Twitter, please.
Yeah.
That too.
Yes. All right. Well, I don't even know where to begin here. Well, it's Batman news. Did you guys see they're doing like some sort of Super Pets movie?
I
I
did,
yeah.
yeah.
And Batman's in the movie, and it's Keanu Reeves.
Oh wow.
That's it. It's just Keanu
Okay.
Reeves as Batman. I feel like that's kind of it works. I feel like fits.
Yeah.
So
Okay, yeah, that
That's-
works.
That's
yeah.
pretty cool. So
That's-
they hadn't announced who Batman was gonna be.
nah. So all right. But I do have some Batman news. We'll just keep going with the Batman news. They officially greenlit the Penguin spinoff.
Oh, the Penguin spin.
Not the sequel yet, but
Not yet, not quite yet.
Colin Farrell is returning and doing a spinoff series based on his kind of
Cool.
rise.
That's cool.
And additionally, we talked about them doing like a Gotham PD spinoff.
Oh yeah,
Which
that's
is-
on hold, right?
No, it's not confirmed yet, but I believe it's kind of transformed into like an Arkham series instead,
Okay.
where they're going to focus on Arkham Asylum,
Mhm.
Okay, that's interesting.
set during like year one.
Okay,
So
that's pretty cool.
I thought so.
And these are gonna be HBO shows, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
these are all HBO shows. So how you doing there?
Yeah, I'm good, dude. This is fantastic.
Oh man, we missed this last week. I think you brought it up to me,
Mhm.
but there's a Beetlejuice 2 happening. It's been in talks for a
Oh,
while,
I did see that.
but it's
Yeah.
finally gonna happen. And Michael Keaton and Winona Ryder are returning.
Are returning? Okay.
Yes,
I was gonna say, are they at least
Yeah.
returning?
yes,
Probably
I-
Catherine O'Hara, maybe, perhaps. potentially.
unconfirmed yet, but potentially yes.
Please,
just like, hey,
please come back.
Thank you,
There we go.
please.
There,
Thank
that,
you.
there,
Yeah.
that's
Thank you,
it.
thank you.
That's
Thank
it.
you. I'm sweating so much. Oh man,
100% worth it.
absolutely.
Oh yeah,
no
worth it.
No regrets.
Worth
Yeah.
completely.
So Sony's leaning into their IP a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Look at me.
I can't fucking look at
Look
you,
at me.
dude.
Look at me.
Yes, Sony's leaning into
Into their IP.
Yeah, and they're doing a God of War show.
Boy.
on Amazon.
Oh, I did. Yeah, Brad was kind enough to share
Share that in our group chat.
in our
Yes.
group chat.
How do you feel about that?
You know, as previously discussed about my video game, because I'm a gamer, I'm very happy that they are making it a TV show other than a movie.
Mhm.
I I think.
Uh huh.
Yeah, I think that it would be better off as a TV show than a movie.
And the movie has been in the works, right? Was
don't
was
think
there a
so.
movie planned at some point, or am I just tripping?
maybe at one point from like the older games.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, maybe. But I think the TV show idea would be a lot better. Obviously, just like
Is it
way
going to
back
be
in the day.
based on the Greek portion or on the Norse portion?
I don't
would
know.
Actually, I don't know. I would assume the Norse.
I think they're just kind of just talking about it now.
Yeah,
So
So it could go either way.
it could.
it could.
Yeah,
It'd be cool if they started from the beginning.
yeah.
And
I,
gave
I
us,
mean, I'm always down for Greek mythology
and
stories.
gave us
so-
time to play the second fucking video game of Norse mythology.
I don't even know who would play Kratos. I can't even
Listen here, I think Christopher Judge should make just a return.
just bring him back.
Yeah,
Right? Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah.
Is that the
Uh,
voice actor?
That's
Yeah.
Yes, he does the performance.
But does he
um,
look physically? Does he?
Oh, the dude's kind of ripped if you really look at him.
I mean, I think his because it's mocap, so I think it is partially based on how he looks to a
Mhm.
degree.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because like the little boy who plays his son, Atreus,
Looks exactly like him.
looks exactly like him.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, they typically when they do the mocap, they take a little bit
Yeah.
of their like
Features.
facial,
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I think he'd play a really great Kratos if I really think about it.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody else could really play Kratos other than him. He kind of has, the voice for it.
Mhm.
Don't fucking smile. He has the voice for it. And I don't know. I just feel like he can really do it. I mean, if they really, are going to get a white guy to do it, because Christopher Judge is
Black.
Yeah, is black. I mean,
I
they
feel
would
like-
probably cover him in, the white paint.
I feel like
anyway.
it's gonna be a black actor,
Dude, I hope so.
Yeah, I
And I
hope
hope
so.
it's Christopher Judge.
and I think I remember. I don't know if this is just fan casting or if the movie was actually in production at some point. But the Jaimin Hunzu, is that how you pronounce his name?
yeah.
He was, I think, rumored.
That would be an interesting
Yeah,
cast.
but I don't know if he'd do it at this point.
I don't think
Yeah.
I would want him to do it at this point.
He's a little older now too, so
Yeah, he's a little older. I would think that maybe like if they were going to do something like that, they would get someone younger. Maybe if I really had to think about it, maybe like a Mahershala Ali who's already getting buff for Blade.
what about Idris Elba?
I don't know. I feel like he's been in a lot lately.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd like
the
to see
dude's
somebody else.
the dude's ruined it by being fucking Knuckles.
No.
Yeah, no,
No.
yeah,
Not for me.
Yeah, he ruined it.
What about like a younger? What about like
I mean, I guess it depends on where they're gonna
John
start.
Boyega?
John Boyega's gonna have to get fucking ripped.
I mean, he could.
Yeah, it's a possibility.
He's a good actor too. So
What about the guy who played Killer Croc? What's his name? Adwell. What are you? He was in.
oh,
Lost
he was
too.
in Lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know the name off the top of my head,
I
but
could not pronounce his name.
I thought you were fucking around when you said Killer Croc.
it's from the Suicide Squad,
Oh,
From- the bad Suicide
Bad
Squad.
Suicide-
yeah,
Squad.
I remember now. I don't know. So whoever they cast,
We'll see.
Hopefully, it's
we'll
a good
see.
cast.
Yeah.
I think they will cast a pretty good cast, considering Last of Us casted a pretty good cast.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
So
Faith in that.
yeah.
I'd be curious to see a friend of the show's opinion. Seamus.
Oh,
Yeah, I'd be curious to hear. what
Yeah,
his
I was
thoughts on
curious
this.
too what his
would you
reaction.
like to know his opinion?
I would like to know his opinion.
Yeah, perfect. I have his opinion right here.
There we go.
Something tells me it's not going to be positive
Or mixed.
or mixed.
That
if
was
anything.
my keyboard. Let's see. Oh, what was it?
Something funny. Maybe.
I think he was heavily on my side where he is yeah, he's happy that it's going to be a TV show and then a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he is actually pretty excited about this
Okay.
being
Okay.
a TV show.
I
rather
think a
than
TV
movie.
show is the best route because a movie is, as I'll talk about later, why a movie doesn't always work about
Yeah.
video game adaptations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, pretty excited for it. It's kind of something that I think I've messed around about talking. God of War being a fucking TV show or a movie or something. And now it's actually happening. So
There you go.
yeah,
Very excited. So we'll keep tuned on that, see who they cast and what's their
yeah.
when they're going
So it's still in
take
early
place.
development.
I think so, yeah.
So it could be a
Boy.
while.
But that's the big thing right now. Everyone's leaning into video game
Video game
adaptations,
TV adaptations.
TV adaptations with like Halo's TV
Oh,
adaptation
yeah.
finally coming out in like 2 weeks.
2 weeks, yeah.
So I'm curious.
That's
Yeah.
gonna kick it all off. Yeah.
Pretty much, right?
Yeah.
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 What else? We have The Last of Us. What else is coming?
Last of Us. There's a Fallout one.
Oh, yeah.
They announced a BioShock one. Which I think is a movie though. BioShock. I don't know. If
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But there's a ton.
I think
Yeah.
haven't they started talking about making like a Duke Nukem video game?
I feel like that's been talked about.
Video
Yeah.
game?
I mean movie.
I feel like they've talked about doing.
Yeah.
Probably.
Nukem.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Dwayne Johnson teased doing a video game adaptation, but he didn't say which one.
Oh, yeah, he did say that.
That's
he hasn't,
right.
He hasn't revealed.
He's fucking Duke Nukem.
That's Duke Nukem. I could see him doing.
Yeah, I could see him doing it too.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Very good.
Here's a surprise I didn't expect for a sequel. I Am Legend 2.
Oh, yeah, I did see that. So, funny story. About 80 years ago, I attended the premiere of one of the Hunger Games movies,
Uh-huh.
and Francis Lawrence directed the first I Am Legend.
Mhm.
And I asked him, is there going to be an I Am Legend 2? And he's like, we're still working on it. So they've been working on it for years.
Yes.
Yeah.
I did see Will Smith said that he wasn't interested in doing it, but they finally came up with a story.
Yeah, that's what he made it seem like. We're waiting for the right story.
And Michael B. Jordan is involved. He will
Yeah.
be in it as well. But yeah, that's just the confirmation that it's happening.
Yeah.
Will Smith's returning, and Michael B. Jordan is going to be the new addition to
Mhm.
the cast. So
Interested to see where.
So
they take it.
are they going like, is it like a reboot kind of, or is it just a sequel,
I would ass-
requel?
maybe a requel, maybe
Probably.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
maybe he's passing the torch to the Michael B. Jordan character.
the I Am Legend universe.
No, I'm just saying because if they want to do more than the one sequel, maybe they'll continue the story with a different character. Now
That's
that
what
they're
it-
gonna build a cinematic universe.
I mean, I guess that would make sense if they're bringing in, someone else in to take
Yeah.
over the mantle.
Are you okay, Brett?
Yeah, it was just fantastic seeing Batman say the I Am Legend
Universe.
universe.
But yeah, I thought that was interesting news, and I was like, "Whoa, it's actually happening after all these years." Because when did that movie come out? Like 13 years ago, like 2008
Jesus.
or 2007.
That's
Like,
about right. It was like in the late 2000s.
Yeah.
So
it's been a while.
Yeah,
It's been a
it's
while.
Been quite a while actually.
yeah, look at us. Went from talking about people thinking they would turn into the I Am Legend zombies to
To
getting
making
a
a
sequel. Let's see. DC. Oh, I guess Warner Brothers, but a bunch of DC movies got their releases changed up. Black Adam's in October now. The Flash got pushed to next year.
Oh damn!
What was else? Aquaman 2 got pushed to next year. But what got moved up was Shazam 2. It got moved up instead. So that's coming out now in December.
Ooh, I'm excited.
It's funny because when we watched, I think we played during
Yeah.
Batman, but there was like, here's all this stuff that's
Coming
in
up this year,
2020,
yeah, and it
then
was
half of it's getting
and
pushed
half of
back.
it's getting pushed back. Yeah.
Jesus.
I think the only thing that's coming out now is I'm trying to remember what was in that thing.
Just
Black Adam.
just Black
I
Adam.
don't think there's anything else coming.
Yeah, and now Shazam. So
And now Shazam we're getting, yeah. So
Very cool.
let's see, I got two more
I
things.
am a fan of Shazam.
20th Century Studios assures fans that Avatar 2 is releasing this year. We swear to God,
we
this movie will be coming out. This
we
year.
still have to wait and see. I'm not gonna believe it until that movie's actually in theaters.
I won't believe it until I'm sitting in the theater.
I'm not even gonna sit in the
Watch it.
theater.
You're
What
not
if
go-
this
you're not going to
movie? What if this?
I'm
movie,
not. I don't plan on watching this in theaters. Probably.
What if this movie is fantastic?
I don't know if that'll change his opinion.
Meh.
We'll see. Yeah.
I feel like too much time has passed.
Do you think this movie will do well with just...
I don't think so.
Really?
I don't think it's gonna do as well as the first one. I think the novelty has wore off.
It's been like 12 years.
The 3D, like a big aspect of the first one was the 3D technology. 3D has, I don't think
No,
a 3D
it's not
movie
a
has
thing anymore,
released
yeah.
in like 2 years or more.
No one wants that shit.
No, that,
Yeah.
We want
that was
clarity.
a very short, like lived.
Yeah, it was a fad that lasted a couple years, and
Yeah.
I don't think like that wore off. It's been too long where people have lost interest in the world. I feel like most people.
Yeah,
I mean, there's
okay.
still people that are excited.
Yeah.
I know
I mean,
someone.
release that
but-
shit in China, dude. That shit'll fucking
That
boost
shit
that shit
will,
up.
dude.
Yeah.
Do numbers.
Well, who knows? Maybe it will do good, but I don't think it's gonna do as well as
it'll
the
do.
first one.
It'll do great outside of the U.S.
That's true.
I don't know about in the
Yeah.
U.S., but it will do great outside of it.
Yeah,
So
I could see that.
yeah,
I
Alright.
just think James Cameron's gonna pull some sort of gimmick that's gonna be like, you need to watch this movie in theaters because this or that. Maybe like he's gonna come up with some sort of like,
it's pretty good, James Cameron.
yeah.
Dude, I didn't want to say it, but I thought that was him for a second.
But who knows? We'll see. I'm probably not gonna watch it either way. So
Yeah,
So you're saying that James Cameron is going to pull a Ridley Scott
no,
and
I'm-
say
Oh, I see.
and blame telephones for
no. I'm just saying he's gonna say
You'll blame the MCU.
yeah, he'll blame
that. I can see that happening.
Pretty sure he's already done that. I think.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
I'm
but-
just saying that he's gonna like say that there's something in the movie that needs to be seen in theaters, like some sort of gimmick.
Well, I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
Did we all really need to see the Titanic split in half in the movie theater and fall down to the ocean? Not really. It's
No,
the
not
same on the
really.
TV screen. You can say that with really any movie, though.
I mean, but some
Yeah,
movies,
so-
the experience is enhanced for some movies.
Yeah, I guess.
But
Yeah.
I guess it's up to each person's
Yeah.
opinion and interpretation. So
What else you got, Batman?
I got one more piece of news.
I think I know what it is.
Mhm.
Is
Hello
it,
there, boys.
Is it about an actress that I'm a big fan of? Is that
Oh,
your
I
piece
did-
of
I-
news?
He broke out in an accent, and then you immediately said something else.
I was doing a completely different headline, but you reminded me of something else I wrote down.
I'll talk about that
You can talk about that after this,
after the
because I've already. Anyways,
Yeah,
Obi
go
Wan
ahead.
Obi-Wan Kenobi trailer.
Go ahead and hit that accent again, really quick for the camera, one more time.
Hello there.
Yeah, there you go.
We got the first trailer for Obi-Wan Kenobi.
We did indeed. That shit
Yeah.
looks fantastic.
When that Duel of Fate started
Oh,
playing,
yeah.
man,
Oh yeah,
fantastic.
that looks great. Honestly,
I am looking forward to
Yeah,
this.
that'll-
I need something to wash out that Book of Boba Fett taste.
which I still haven't seen. I'm sorry to
It's okay.
disappoint.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, there's some.
we'll see.
He's trying to keep it low.
Yeah, I am
Yeah,
keeping it
I feel
low.
like you're trying
Yeah.
to keep your. But I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know. I like that the.
Book of Boba Fett
Yeah.
spurned him a little bit.
Yeah.
So also, I completely forgot that
Mhm.
what's his name is in this.
Cal Kestis?
Don't tell me. Don't
Cal
tell me
Kestis?
his name. Joel Edgerton.
Yes, he came
I
back.
completely forgot that he was
reprise.
supposed to be in this because he had been announced, right? And when I saw him in the trailer, I kind of gasped very loud. I was like, "It's him!"
Uncle Owen.
A
Uncle
nobody
Owen.
when
Yeah.
he first played the
Yeah,
character.
he
Look at him
was
now.
not well known at all.
Yeah.
So it was nice to see him. Obviously, it was nice to see Ewan McGregor,
Of course.
Yeah.
Little
Um,
glimpse of young Luke.
young
There.
Luke,
Fucking
That-
stalker.
Mm-hmm.
an actress that was featured prominently in the trailer. Her name's Moses Ingram.
Mm-hmm.
She was in The Queen's Gambit. She plays like her best friend in the show. She looks like she's gonna be an interesting character.
Yes, we got some Grand Inquisitors.
An
in there.
Inquisitor.
Yeah, an Inquisitor as well.
That could only mean one thing. Cal Kestis is in this motherfucking show.
Dude, if Cal Kestis shows up.
I'm telling you right now, Cal Kestis is fucking showing up.
They're like
They brought
hunted
in-
Jedis.
2 Inquisitors. One with a spinning blade. You know that part.
Yep.
And another Inquisitor who possibly
Mhm.
Ninth Sister. Hear me out, dude. 1 through 9, right here.
That's
Versus
why-
Obi-Wan.
yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Hell
I'm
yeah,
excited.
man.
And they are. I did
Mm.
note. I think they're probably going to hold back on it, but no sign of Anakin anywhere.
No, I thought for a second that one dude was him,
I think they're withholding that.
but that was
Yeah, I would.
Rupert Friend,
yeah, he's playing
So-
the Grand Inquisitor. I
the Grand
think.
Inquisitor.
Yeah, I would hold back that
Yeah.
shit.
I would hold it back too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense that they would want to keep that, hold it
Yeah.
So
It's one of those things where they leave a bad taste in your mouth, and now they don't want to give you everything all
Yeah.
at once. You know.
yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair. Excited though.
yeah, this looks good.
May 25th, limited series. So this is it.
It's one and go.
One and gone.
Yeah.
And I think I've mentioned it before, but this was at some point supposed to be a movie.
Yes.
Yes, it was.
It was. They were gonna do a series of spin-off, like one-offs,
And boy-
character centric.
Aren't we fucking glad they didn't?
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is, I guess, the Solo's poor performance
Mhm.
was a blessing in
Yeah.
disguise, because
Yes.
now we got all these character centric shows that give you more story, give you more.
You know,
So-
there was another franchise that was supposed to do the same thing, but I think after the one bad one, it
X-Men.
didn't happen. Yes, and
Yeah.
they were supposed to do like a Magneto movie.
Yeah.
and like other ones, but since that Wolverine one did so bad,
And that Wolverine movie is fucking terrible.
it made them essentially reboot the franchise.
That movie was terrible. I fell asleep when I saw it in theaters.
That's the one where he goes to Japan, right?
No,
No,
that's the second one.
That's the second one. This is the
Jesus
one with
Christ.
The
where-
Japan one's supposed to be good. I've never seen it.
Yeah, the one that's what they first had Ryan Reynolds as in Deadpool, and they
Yeah, and they shut his mouth. Yeah,
They completely ruined Deadpool.
Oh.
in
they
that movie.
completely ruined. And then it has a Gambit in it too.
Joseph
Mhm.
Gambit,
Yeah.
yeah, Taylor Kitsch.
Taylor Kitsch. Yeah,
I remember
that
now.
movie was terrible. Like the script was so weak. The dialogue was so clunky.
Yep.
Like it was just I hated that movie.
I blame
so
the
glad.
actor.
Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman.
Hugh
Hugh
Jackman.
Jackman. Yeah.
I don't think it was his fault.
I don't think there's anything he could
It
have
was
done.
all his fault.
Yeah, it was all his fault.
But I mean, yeah. Now who knows what's gonna happen to Magneto now with Disney owning.
So funny. Look me in the eye. Look at me in the eye.
It's just
Look me in the
it's-
eye.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that Obi-Wan show looks pretty good. I'm excited.
Yeah.
That's all my news. But Daniel,
I do have
you had a piece of news.
I do have a piece of news that I'm surprised you didn't mention. But
Well, I have a lot going on. If you didn't
I know.
notice.
Florence Pugh is in talks, and it looks more than likely like she's gonna get the role.
This is the role we
At
talked
this
about
point.
last week.
So yeah, so she's in talks to play Princess Irulan in Dune Part 2,
Mhm.
which is she's the Emperor's daughter, and yeah, she was rumored. Anya Taylor-Joy was rumored. I think Hunter Schafer.
Yeah.
So there was a few actresses that were rumored, but she's in talks. So I'm guessing by next week if she
Fuck, I hope
says
she
yes.
doesn't.
If she says yes, we'll have her officially cast. Some outlets are already, saying that
They're,
she's
like,
been cast.
Confirming it, yeah.
Yeah, but it's still not official until the studio makes it official. But
Right.
I feel like at this point it's inevitable. So
Yeah.
a little Women reunion between
Yes, it is a little bit of a reunion,
between
yeah.
Timothy Chalamet and her. So
Finally, what we've been waiting for.
and I don't know if their characters interact, but I'm curious to see if her and Zendaya will have any scenes. But I don't know how much that character's
Yeah.
featured.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm excited. More Florence Pugh, please.
Fuck.
Well,
That's
did
it.
you have any news?
Funny enough,
He had
Batman, I had
news. He's got
news. I
news.
got news. So, all of our favorite TV show with The Walking Dead is spawning its 5th spin-off,
Oh.
called The I Love Dead, following Maggie and Negan, our two
they a
favorite
couple?
characters. I don't know.
I don't know.
At
Dude,
this point,
we
like,
don't
what the
fucking
fuck?
know.
I wouldn't be. He fucking.
Lauren Cohan and Jeffrey Dean Morgan will reprise their roles.
What happened to that show? Because, like, he killed Glenn.
Right.
What happened with those two?
Yeah, you would think that they would not get together.
Yeah, you would think.
You would think.
You would think.
Desperate times call for desperate measures.
5th spinoff. That's the most insane part. So they have what?
Yes.
Fear the Walking Dead.
Yes, that's one.
Um,
I think the talks of the other spin-offs of the show.
no, there is another one already that has
Is
been
there?
out.
What is it called?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know either. I know that they're making a Rick spin-off. They're making a
When are they supposed to make movies?
Norman Reedus spin-off. I don't fucking know. I really hope they
Whatever.
just stop.
They should just call it quits while they're ahead, and they're not even ahead at this point. So
No.
So, unfortunate.
It's like dragging a dead corpse
they're
across. Like,
Is that show even successful at this point? Like, I think I've asked you this, but rarely hear anyone talk about this
I don't
at
think
all.
so anymore.
So I wonder what is compelling them to like make spin-offs if
is
the
all
main
they-
show is
I
not
mean, they
even that
must-
successful.
This is all they got. This is
Yeah.
their. This
Yeah.
is their like.
I mean, yeah, this is all
Cash
AMC
cow
has.
for
yeah.
now.
Yeah.
So
I mean, whatever.
Until AMC makes a better show.
I can't wait to not watch this show.
yeah, skipping that show.
Yeah, well, you know, skipping the whole entire
Well,
fucking
yeah, the
Yeah,
whole-
skipping all of
Universe.
it.
Universe of The
cinematic
Walking
universe,
Dead, yeah. So yeah,
That's
very
that.
exciting news
Yeah.
for The Walking Dead.
If anyone still out there still watches and is a
Obviously-
fan of that show,
Obviously, they have to have some fans still.
Right.
yeah,
Yeah,
There's
that's
gotta
true.
there's no way that they're out here making.
Maybe
5
they're like
fucking
huge in like
spin-offs.
Brazil or something.
Somebody has to be
Yeah.
watching for them to be like, yeah, let's do another show.
Let's do 5 more. Yeah,
5 more.
spin-offs. Yeah. Let's do these 2 characters who we know we killed one.
Yep.
Husband with one of these characters.
Correct. Yeah.
So let's put the wife.
what
in.
could go wrong?
What could
What
go
could go
wrong?
wrong?
Yeah. Again, we haven't watched any of the
Haven't
most
seen
recent, so we
any
don't know
of
what
the
their
recent
relationship
seasons.
is like.
Who knows?
Maybe he saved her.
Maybe.
You haven't seen it in like what, like 4 years or more, probably at this
I
point.
know there was a time jump.
Yeah, and you know
Yeah.
what? It was perfect timing for me to leave.
to
Yeah.
leave.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Peace.
Yeah.
You just said peace out.
Yeah, pretty much. And that's all my news.
Well, that's all I got.
Yeah.
That's all you have. It's time to talk
Should
about
we-
what we've been watching.
Yeah.
We're gonna save the best
yes.
for last. I'm assuming. Yeah.
We can't talk about Uncharted last.
Yeah, fresh.
I saw a couple movies.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start with Uncharted, 'cause I know we were all excited for Uncharted.
So I don't know if you noticed, but I follow you on Letterboxd now.
You do?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I don't think you get a notification if someone follows you.
No, I don't.
But I did see that you rated it higher than I expected.
What did I rate it?
I think you rated it like a 3.5 or like a
Oh
3.
shit.
I gave it a 2.5. I
2.5?
I went down
Okay.
to 2.5.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
No, I thought about it more and I brought it down. Like
Okay.
a
So
half
maybe
star.
maybe you had just posted it when I saw it because I went in to check something and then I saw that you had. So you changed it later on.
I did. So yeah, Space
Give
off
us your thoughts.
the
Yeah.
video game franchise stars Tom Holland as Nathan Drake, who is he's not the esteemed treasure hunter he is. He's gets kind of roped in by Mark Wahlberg, who plays Sully, and he gets on this globetrotting adventure in hopes to find his brother who went missing years ago. There's some things that worked. I thought Tom Holland was actually a pretty decent cast for Nathan Drake. I thought he was pretty fun. I thought he had
I
some.
mean, he's a good actor,
He's-
so
he was good for
yeah.
this. I don't think the script was great, so some jokes didn't hit. A lot of them didn't hit, but I think there is something there. There were some fun action sequences. The scene they show on the trailer on the boxes, I enjoyed that. And there's a scene at the end when they're on the flying.
Which
pirate
supposedly
ships.
that happens exactly in the video games, right?
I
the
don't know.
plane
I don't
sequence?
I don't remember if it does, but it definitely feels like it even kind of opened up the movie like in the game. So I think one of the game starts off like I think on a train, and you like it's like him trying to get off this train, and it cuts to like back to the beginning, and it kind of has a similar kind of story
Okay.
setting like that. CG is kind of spotty at times. Mark Wahlberg is kind of just on autopilot in this movie. He's really just playing himself. He's not really doing a ton.
Yeah, from what I heard, initially he was supposed to be Nathan Drake.
He was
At some point, yeah, when
Yeah.
the movie was in early development,
He was supposed to be Nathan Drake since they first iterated this movie, but
Mhm.
then
he just
He
got
got
too
old.
old.
he got too old, I
Yeah.
guess. And there was a different director attached to this too, I believe. And it was I don't remember the director, but I was surprised on who it was. I saw an interview with Mark Wahlberg.
It was someone big, right?
It was.
Yeah.
There was someone. It was
Maybe
someone
James
prominent.
Mangold. Does that ring a bell?
David O. Russell.
Really?
He was attached to this.
Wow.
Movie. It would have been a better.
Wow.
Probably would have been a better movie, at least a better script.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's just fucking snoozing through this thing. He was like low effort. He had there was some good banter with him. Like there's a post credit scene for this movie. That's probably has the best dialogue between the two of them, between Mark and Tom. But you don't get that till the end, and
Mm.
it sets up for a sequel. Which I think it's gonna get a sequel because it did
It's doing decently.
it did
yeah.
pretty well,
Better than expected.
better than
so
expected. So it probably will get a franchise out of this.
That makes sense.
Antonio Banderas, he's in it. He's in the movie.
Yeah.
He's not really doing much as a villain, so I don't know. There's some stuff. I think there's some fun to be had, but like it's not a great movie. it's a very passable movie. It's a little too long, I think, too,
So, as predicted.
as
Yeah.
predicted.
So it's meh.
It's very meh.
Yeah.
I would say that's probably my review. Is a very
But you
meh.
did enjoy aspects of
I
it.
enjoyed aspects of it. I didn't hate
But
it.
it's still, yeah.
It's probably on the better end of video game adaptations, but it's still not one of the best.
Yeah.
So maybe a sequel could be better.
Oh, wow.
Work out the kinks. And, yeah.
Yeah, fine tune it a little bit.
Yeah.
So
So what else have you been watching, Derek?
I watched another little flick called Fresh, which I believe you watched.
I did too.
Yes.
Yes.
No spoilers, please.
No spoilers. Okay. Well,
No spoilers.
So,
Fuck.
well,
Yeah.
do you know do you know anything about the movie?
I just know that it's about like dating. Like I think Daisy
Okay.
Edgar Jones's character starts dating Sebastian
We
Stan.
can't talk a whole lot about it. We can talk if we
Yeah.
liked it or not. Did you enjoy it?
I enjoyed it.
I
yeah.
I've
enjoyed
heard
it
good
too.
things about
It
it.
was, it was
Yeah.
pretty good.
I did. My intention was to watch it. I didn't get a chance to. I will probably watch it this weekend.
I'd say it's like a dark.
So if you want to
comedy.
like go
Yeah,
into detail,
I
yeah.
wouldn't even say comedy, really.
There's some.
There's some funny
There's some
parts,
funny
but I don't know
parts.
if it would be considered comedy.
I guess that maybe like
It's
a
like a
horror-
There's
dark humor.
comedic relief.
comedic relief.
Yeah.
Yes. But Sebastian Stan and Daisy Edgar Jones they're great. They're great leads. Sebastian Stan is, without saying too much, he's very good in this. I like the music they do use in this. A lot of the scenes that have
Mhm.
like a lot of '80s stuff.
Yeah.
That was pretty fun. But the premise is good too. I thought I didn't know much about it going into the movie,
Mhm.
and it's. I don't know. I guess you'll have to watch it because I can't really say too much. I can say that I enjoyed it. I think you'll like it. Anything you
Brett has become our
Um,
resident Daisy Edgar Jones fan.
Yes, I am
Yeah.
obsessed. Obsessed is kind of an extreme word here, but I completely am. She is probably the most beautiful actress right now on the face of this planet Earth. Currently, to me,
Wow.
yeah. I
You know,
don't
she
think-
is pretty. She's beautiful.
I
She's
can. I don't think she
beautiful.
can do any wrong right now. You know, like of course,
no
depends on what she says.
right.
But yeah, this movie was fantastic. I don't know about fantastic, but it was good.
It was pretty good.
You
it was
enjoyed
good.
it.
I
Yeah.
enjoyed it. Yeah. I really enjoyed her performance. I thought she
Yep.
was really good. Sebastian Stan, like you said, a completely different person
Yeah.
in this movie.
Yeah.
And you could totally tell it's fresh from the Tom and Pam.
Fresh?
Yes, fresh from his Tom and Pam show or whatever.
Right.
Tommy
Yeah.
and Pam,
Yeah.
or Pam and Tommy, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Because
Whatever.
he's still,
of
still a
those.
little skinny.
Okay.
So yeah, and yeah, really interesting movie.
It's on Hulu.
It is on Hulu.
It's on
yeah.
Hulu.
Would recommend. I think
I would recommend it.
I would recommend
yeah.
it too.
Yeah.
So we should watch it. We can talk about it more
Yeah.
next week.
Yeah.
We can go in depth.
Before we get to the thing, was there anything else you guys watched?
Do you want to talk about the finale of the After Party
Yes. I did watch that. It came out last Friday.
last Friday? Yeah.
And I didn't expect it.
Yeah,
went.
it was a good.
I think it did
you
a
know,
good job of kind of
yeah.
like not making it too obvious. But I guess for some people, if you were like really observant, I think you maybe could have figured
Yeah.
out who it was. But I think overall the full show liked it a lot. Very
Yeah.
funny. The characters were great. Would recommend. It's getting another season as we talked about,
Mhm.
so it's a good time to kind of binge it if you want to get through it or even
Yeah,
wait.
it's an easy watch and it's cool.
Yeah.
Like we mentioned before, that each episode's a different genre.
Yeah.
So
The last one is funny because they go from the little girl's perspective, which I thought
that was hilarious.
That was really funny.
It was so funny. I hope they bring back her partner, John Early.
he's really good.
He was great. I enjoyed him a lot.
I
so.
feel like they will.
Yeah, I hope. Yeah,
Yeah.
that would make sense if they're gonna keep her, then they would keep him.
Yeah.
So hopefully they bring a good cast for the second season. And I don't think I mentioned this when I first when I talked about it the first time, that this was created by Christopher Miller.
Yeah.
So
Which
I don't know
makes
if we
sense.
had mentioned that.
We may have, but
We may have.
maybe when we first announced it, but it makes sense.
Yeah, and it makes sense. It's totally that
It's-
type of humor. I think
yeah.
I did mention it now that and I think Phil Lord produces it,
He
right?
does produce. Yeah.
So he's not as involved, but he still has some
He's
sort of
attached.
involvement.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's their production company, Phil Lord. I think it's Lord Miller.
Lord Miller. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, Brad, you should watch it. I feel like
I think you'd enjoy it.
I think you'd enjoy it.
Yeah, we'll find out. Yeah.
Red, did you watch anything else?
No, I have not. So, boys, go ahead and take it away with your. Jesus.
So we saw Batman.
We did see Batman.
We saw the Batman.
The long anticipated.
Anticipated, long awaited for, and I can confidently say I loved it. It was fantastic.
I also loved it. I enjoyed it much more than I thought I would. Not that I didn't think I would enjoy it. I just enjoyed it more.
So I mean,
Yeah.
it's a Batman movie, but like it's early in his career. It's his second year.
So it's a different, different interpretation of the character we know.
Mhm.
It's not an origin story because a lot of people think.
He's established.
Yeah,
already.
he's already been Batman. He's on his second year
Yeah.
of Batman. And we got to see Detective Batman in all his.
This definitely is
Yeah.
like it takes aspects of like Zodiac and like those kind of like crime thrillers. These like because it feels more close to those than like
Yeah.
a typical superhero movie,
Yeah.
and because it is really leaning into the detective story.
Oh yeah.
Um,
The whole like ciphers and all that was great.
yeah,
The Riddler, putting out his riddles.
yeah, he's got all his little letters directed to Batman on
Yeah.
each like thing he does, and you're just he's figuring out, and you're learning like these revelations throughout the movie.
I always thought the Riddler was like supposed to be like kind of like a lighter villain, but they I don't know if that's how he's portrayed.
I
in
don't know
the
if I think they've done. I don't know if in the comics they've done darker interpretations, but he's definitely kind of a more lighthearted kind of villain.
Yeah.
But they definitely leaned in more into like the darkness of it.
Oh yeah,
He's essentially
He's-
Zodiac.
yeah, he's a serial killer pretty much.
Yeah.
So I thought that was an interesting
And Paul
interpretation.
Dano,
Oh,
fantastic.
Oh, he was
plays him
great. He
Just
was great.
like he was terrifying, and
Yeah.
there's how he portrays him is really good. There's actually he is kind of like he's got a little humor to his
yeah,
character.
yeah.
too.
there's still some underlying humor.
Yeah.
there, so
Which I
because
think
he's so unhinged that it's like funny.
yeah.
I feel like,
Mhm.
especially the scene when they're talking.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
That scene especially.
It was funny because one of the people that we went with didn't know that Paul Dano was the Riddler,
Yeah.
so the reveal was like very shocking to her.
Yes.
She's like, I didn't know that was him, because you don't see his face until later in the movie.
Yeah, it's pretty late into
Yeah.
the movie.
Spoiler.
I mean, you knew he was in this.
Spoiler.
But additionally, the whole cast is
Oh yeah.
great. Robert Pattinson,
So this is the most Batman we've seen in a Batman movie.
'Cause
We barely see Bruce Wayne in
We-
this movie.
and due to where he's at in his like as long as he's been in Batman, he still hasn't really have a distinguished difference between Batman and Bruce Wayne.
Yeah,
they're kind of
he's-
they're still kind of one. So
Yeah,
he's
they're still
really just
one, yeah.
Batman most of the time,
Yeah.
even without
Without the suit.
in the suit.
So I thought that was very interesting because, we usually get the Bruce Wayne playboy persona that they hint at
Which I think is going to come
is going to
in the
come into
sequel.
play because at this point he can't set those two identities apart because
Right.
he's so focused on being Batman that he's
Yeah.
just Batman all the time.
Mhm.
So
And it's just he portrays his character so well. Like there's a lot of scenes where there's no dialogue, and
Oh, yeah.
it's just you could get a very good sense of what he's thinking, what he's wanting to do, and he's funny. There's some good
there's some little clips here and there. Yeah,
It's a very dry humor.
Very
from him,
dry,
and
yeah.
the jokes are really funny, and he works well with Jeffrey Wright,
oh,
Commissioner
their
Gordon,
chemistry was great
which
together.
I think he is the best Gordon on screen.
I think so too.
I think
So
Jeffrey Wright is
this
the best
Gordon this Gordon is way more active.
Mhm.
He's not as passive as in the other movies. He like actually gets involved. He works
Yeah.
very much with Batman.
Gary Oldman tried his best, all right?
I'm not saying he's.
We're
a
not
bad-
saying he was bad.
He
We're
was
just saying
old.
this interpretation is
He
just.
was old. He couldn't run around, all right?
I mean, I feel like Jeffrey Wright's probably around the same age.
No.
no, he's
No.
he's younger. But maybe when Gary Oldman started playing the character, he was the
Maybe.
same age.
Gary
So-
Oldman is old, okay? Give him a break. The guy lost
Whatever.
his English accent and had to get it back.
But yeah, I just really liked all those scenes with them interacting together. There's some like a little humor between them.
Let's go back and forth.
Go
Between those
back
two.
and forth.
Let's see, Zoe Kravitz. Of course,
Zoe Kravitz,
fantastic.
she does. I feel like she doesn't stand out as much as
Yeah, I think
the other cast, but she still does really good.
when
Yeah.
the scene she's in, she's really good. But
Yeah.
she's definitely not in it as much as she could have been. I
Yeah,
think.
and she has good chemistry with Robert Pattinson,
Yes.
so that was a plus. They work really well together.
Colin Farrell is just like a cartoon
Oh my
character,
God,
mafioso
I,
penguin.
s- I swear to God, I was like, how is it him? How is it him? He just does not look.
He,
There's
like-
one scene where his eyes.
Fully like
Yeah.
dove into this character, and he's just like fucking. He's just like
Yeah,
living it up as like the
Yeah.
penguin man. It's great.
it's insane how much he does not look like Colin Farrell. Like if you could tell me that was someone else, and I would believe it.
And then John Turturro as Carmine Falcone. He's actually in it more than I thought he
yeah,
would be, and he's
and I didn't even know John Turturro was in it until I saw the movie. I was
Yeah.
like, what the hell?
yeah. And they do some great stuff with him too, and
Yeah.
he's very intimidating
great,
in the
yeah.
scenes he's in as well. But I mean, as the story is very good. It's very well paced, and a lot of people's concerns
was the
length,
length.
which I think they do a good job of pacing it out and making
Yeah,
it not feel
it's-
length, because all four of us came out of that movie feeling
Like
not it was like 3 hours
yeah,
long.
I didn't feel like it was 3 hours. So I feel like some people are gonna complain about the length regardless, but it's well
Fuck.
it's well paced. It's well paced, and a lot happens in the movie to where it doesn't feel
Yeah.
like it drags,
Right.
even though it's long.
Um,
I will say
you could trim a little bit.
yeah, there was a part like 2/3 into the movie that I kind of
I think you could have.
Was-
I wouldn't cut scenes, but I think they could have trimmed scenes. I
Yeah.
think scenes could have been shorter because I think everything was in there for a reason. It had a
Yeah.
purpose, but I think they could have trimmed down the scenes and made them a little more fleshed out.
yeah.
I don't think they could have trimmed a lot though. I think
Yeah.
they were pretty good about keeping it focused and like the pacing was on it. There's one scene in the end which I think was probably the most shoehorn scene, if you know what I'm talking about, with in Arkham.
Yeah.
I think that was
That
probably-
was a little
that
yeah.
was a little much. I think they could have cut that scene.
Yeah.
I understand why they put it in there, but I think that was the only scene where it's like they could have probably just took that out.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
But this beautiful cinematography, one of
Oh,
the
yeah,
best
the
looking movies
The cinematography's
I've seen.
great.
'Cause same-
The score.
the score, I've been
The
listening
score
to that
gives you
score.
chills.
The score. I was playing.
Honestly,
I was playing the
yeah.
theme, and like the entire score is fantastic. It
Yeah.
does a good job of like
And-
just fitting the movie and
And you know the three I guess main
themes.
characters have their own theme and
Yeah.
they're all great.
Yeah.
You know.
I think this is also the best Gotham look. I really like.
Yeah,
Gotham
because
in
it
this
looks
movie.
like
It
it
does.
doesn't look like any other city. Whereas in the Dark Knight movies, it looked like Chicago.
It looked like Chicago, yeah.
Yeah.
But this feels like I'm
It
looking at
feels
Gotham.
yeah, the architecture, like everything, just feels like you're in a different.
I think after thinking about this movie and everything about it, and obviously you're gonna come to the comparisons with the Nolan movies. It's hard.
Yeah,
not to-
it's
to
it's
think
hard not
about it.
to.
But I ultimately came to this decision. I do think The Dark Knight is the better movie, but I think the Batman, it's a better Batman movie. I think that movie is a better Batman movie overall, but I think in terms of a film, I think Dark Knight edges out a little bit. You could make an argument for
You could.
you could make an argument.
Um,
I'd say,
I don't know. It's recency bias.
but I've only seen it.
I
once.
do have recency bias,
I like the rewatch,
but I do want to rewatch it also. But
it may change.
at first opinion, I think I do like it more than The Dark Knight, personally.
But as I said,
Um,
I would like
and,
to rewatch. 'cause
You know, I do like that Robert Pattinson is not like faking his voice too much.
No.
Like Christian Bale did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also like that they finally address the eye makeup.
Oh yeah, they there's a
Because
scene.
every-
It's in the
yeah,
trailer too when he takes the
yeah.
mask off, and you see a scene
Yeah.
where he's putting it on too.
He's putting it on, and you see him. He takes it off, and he has it on.
Yeah.
Because in all the other iterations, the eye makeup just magically disappears.
Yep.
What eye makeup?
Like
he
how-
wears.
around his eyes, like the
You know, shut the fuck up.
What? In the Dark Knight, they do that?
In all the Batman.
All the Batmans.
No way. Looked real. To
So
me,
yeah,
damn
it does feel the movie itself feels more grounded in reality than the other iterations, even though like, you know, the Nolan movies were notorious for doing that.
Yeah,
I feel like this one even more, in my opinion.
I do want to. I think I need to. I would like to rewatch because that's how I feel right now, but it could change. But
Yeah.
I'm like they're right here. Those two.
Yeah.
They're very like on par with each other. You could make an argument either way. I could maybe after another watch I could
Yeah.
feel the opposite. So that's our thoughts, Brett.
That's our thoughts.
So-
have we convinced you enough to maybe potentially watch it? Because if you want to watch it again, I'm down.
Oh yeah, we'll go see it.
This is coming to stream, right?
Yeah, but not for another, like,
45 days or so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just watch it in theaters, please.
We'll see.
Tease.
It's
It
Such
is
a
a
tease.
tease, yeah.
it's a little more hope than I expected. But I mean, honestly, if you liked, you know what it gave me vibes up to a little bit? Prisoners.
Oh, that's a good ass movie.
That
That's one
it
of
does.
my-
I would say so
So-
too.
that's one of my favorite
So
movies.
it does have those types of
oh,
vibes.
okay,
So I'm
okay,
just saying. I'm
okay.
just saying. I'm just saying.
All right, we'll see.
Ultimately, go watch the Batman.
We highly recommend it.
If it wasn't evident enough why you should go watch the Batman, for no other reason other than our review, go watch the Batman.
Yeah,
The man wore a Batman suit
wore a
for this
Batman suit
goddamn shit.
for
that's
this.
commitment right
I
there.
committed to this shit. Go watch the movie.
Is
Please
it out
go
in
watch it.
Dolby?
Yes.
Yes,
I would like to watch it in like Dolby or IMAX or something.
or XD maybe or something, or at least
Whichever. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
whichever large screen format.
Yes.
Oh, it will say that the audio was really good
Audio mix
where we
was-
saw it. The
Oh,
screen
okay.
wasn't that big, but the audio was great.
So then it'd be worth it to watch it in Dolby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see. I don't know yet. To BD.
Also, that Nirvana song was a good pick. I feel like that's something in the way.
Yeah.
Which I saw TikTok and they kind of broke down the theme and that song, and the theme is kind of broken from that song in a way. It took inspiration from,
Oh wow,
so I thought that was pretty cool.
that's really cool.
Rip, big guy.
There we go.
I see you every day.
Any final thoughts on the Batman?
I mean, no. I'm excited to see because I mean the sequel hasn't officially been confirmed, but Robert Pattinson does have
He's signed on for 2 more movies.
for
He's
2
free?
more movies.
He's free?
I don't know if he's free,
Schedule's free?
but he has a contract for 2 other Batman movies.
Okay.
So I'm excited to see where they're gonna. I hope they explore villains that haven't been
They teased a lot of villains.
that haven't been done before or that have been not done correctly. Because you did say that Matt Reeves expressed interest in Mr.
He
Freeze.
expressed interest in Mr. Freeze.
If Arnold makes a comeback, I'm in.
He's not going to.
If Arnold makes a comeback as Mr. Freeze, I'm in.
He also expressed interest in
In the-
Hush.
Hush and Clayface, I think,
And
has been teased or
Yeah.
expressed interest in.
Get the Peacemaker throwdown going.
What about that Court of Owls you said?
I thought they were going to do Court of Owls in this, but do they? You'll find out.
We'll find out.
So
So yeah,
well, I guess that's
that.
It's anyways,
Spoiler.
I guess it's never confirmed.
Yeah.
It's not confirmed.
Or teased at all. That was just a speculation.
Yeah.
But it would be cool if they ever do decide to do it. So
All right.
all
Should we
right,
talk about the poster movies?
Yeah.
Poster movies.
poster movies. We
time.
have 3. I guess technically
Technically,
It's 5.
5, but we're
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
group the Pirates trilogy as. Let's start with those movies. Have we talked about those movies on the
I don't
pod?
think so.
I don't think we have.
But I mean, first movie all time great.
Honestly, the first one's so enjoyable. It's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
a really enjoyable action adventure
Yeah.
fantasy movie
The second
that kind
one
of
was
started. It kick started like that type of. I feel like
adventure.
adventure movies
Yeah.
from that time, like the 2000s.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
'Cause-
Johnny Depp, fantastic.
Oh yeah, he was great as Jack Sparrow.
Anything
Iconic.
for you, my man.
Well, how do we feel about the sequels?
The sequels, well, they're not as good. Obviously, the second and third I enjoy.
Yeah,
They're definitely not as good.
No.
They definitely dwindle a bit.
Isn't the third
Yeah.
one like him? He's like in the sand pit, right?
It's
Or whatever.
they have him in like the water or something. It's like the sand pit.
That's Stranger Tides.
Fuck. I don't now. See,
I don't
They're kind
remember.
of blending together.
Yeah,
here.
Okay,
I'm-
yeah,
I'm-
I don't even know.
confusing that.
I don't even know what number
Um,
4 was.
4 was the one with
Penelope Cruz,
Penelope Cruz and
Yeah.
what's his
Ian
name?
McShane.
Ian McShane. He was
Oh,
Blackbeard.
Blackbeard. Yeah.
Blackbeard.
I don't
that was an okay one.
don't remember that one at
I don't
all.
remember that much.
I thought
Listen, I said it was okay.
that one with Javier Bardem wasn't that bad. I was like,
that was
"Ah."
the most recent one.
That was the
yeah.
most recent one. I didn't
Yeah.
hate that one.
I didn't hate it either, but I did have a big issue with it.
What was your big issue?
My big issue with it was that we were trying to spread the love among characters when realistically we only came here for one character and one character
Jack
only.
Sparrow.
Jack Sparrow, and the man was barely in it.
he was barely
That's
in it because
true.
I think they were
Yeah.
trying to set up for
future movies.
future movies that,
That
didn't have
wouldn't
him.
have him because that was at the
Right.
height too of his controversies.
Right,
Yes.
and listen here,
But he's been,
I'm coming for you, bitch.
I think they are planning on doing like some sort of reboot. Or,
yeah, I've heard they're in talks of
or come back with them.
yeah.
But new cast. I don't think Johnny Depp's returning. For
I ain't watching it.
I want to say Margot Robbie was attached to them at some
I
point.
might watch it.
But there's been no movement on those movies in
Okay,
a bit.
yeah.
So,
They did for a movie based on a theme park ride.
those movies are huge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the first one was very enjoyable, and the first one had a good story too.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It had a really good story.
I remember.
and it was great. It was the beginnings of Keira Knightley's and Orlando Bloom's careers.
Whoa.
Not the beginnings.
Okay, yeah.
The
Take that shit back.
climax
Might have to
of
fight you right now.
Orlando Bloom's career, I should
Yeah,
say,
yeah,
because
yeah,
he
there
kind of
you
went
go.
downhill after.
Yeah,
that.
there you go. There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
But
yeah,
that
yeah.
was Keira Knightley's.
It
Yes.
wasn't
Big
Orlando's.
break.
It
That
wasn't
was-
Orlando's peak.
It wasn't.
No.
His peak was when it started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
But that was the height of his popularity, is what I'm trying to say.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
You.
And then Keira Knightley's beginnings.
Fuck you.
I mean, she had been in a few stuff.
You gonna keep cutting off Batman or what?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Keep finish your thought on Keira Knightley.
I'm just saying that. I mean, she had been in stuff, but this was kind of like her biggest break up to that point. I
It
feel
was,
like,
wasn't it? Yeah.
because I
'cause
feel like
she-
she got big after that.
Yeah. But then she didn't do much after that either.
She did a lot of period pieces.
She did do
And-
a lot of period
yeah,
pieces.
she
She,
did,
so she
didn't
did
she?
like the
Pride and
Prejudice,
Atonement.
Anna Karenina, like all those.
Yeah.
Yeah, she cornered the market on that.
Very niche. Niche market for her to
much,
go into
yeah.
there.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the Jack Sparrow performance kind of pigeonholed Johnny Depp into these like
That is true though.
really
Yeah.
Quirky,
zany
yeah.
characters. You know, he had like Willy Wonka and like Tonto.
That's the only bad thing I would say too, is that he got kind of
Mad
typecast.
Hatter.
Yeah,
He
he
was
got
that's all he played.
Edward
That's all he
Scissorhands.
It was hard. It was very rare if you got Johnny Depp as like a regular
a regular
type of
yeah.
character.
Hey,
like,
that's not true. Transcendence.
his cameo on 21 Jump Street.
That was
Oh,
a good
yeah.
cameo.
That was a good cameo.
That was
though.
a really
was a
good
good
cameo.
That was a really good cameo.
His performance in what other?
We're just saying for the most part he started getting typecast
Well,
as
yeah,
those
yeah,
types
yeah,
of
yeah.
characters.
Yeah, I know, but my joke was he got typecast as fucking Grindelwald.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I forgot. I was just gonna talk about The World's End because that movie, the franchise, blew up, and that movie I think it made $1 billion. I think that was a
The
huge
second one
movie.
at least. I don't know,
Um,
and probably the third one.
I
too.
bought a bootleg copy of that movie when it was in theaters because we were on a family trip and I found a place that were selling bootleg movies, and I bought Pirates 3 on bootleg.
Where were you?
I was in the Bahamas.
Yeah, perfect place. Yeah.
Perfect place.
You
yeah,
might as well.
and-
You're already there.
That was someone. I did see a tweet that profession disappeared. The bootlegger
yeah.
from the 2000s that would record the movie opening weekend and then
Yeah.
it would be available to buy on the street or
not,
something.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad quality.
It's a dead business now.
It's a dead business
It's a
now.
dead
The internet's
business,
killed that, but
And
Yeah.
screeners have leaked a lot, so
I paid $5 for it.
That's a good deal.
That's pretty.
That's a good deal.
I'd say
Hey.
so. Yeah.
$5 for that movie?
I bought.
I came back. I came back to my parents with that. I told them what I did, and they're like, "You didn't buy more."
There you go. Yeah.
I bought the Da Vinci Code, like a bootleg of the Da Vinci Code when it had come out.
How much was that? How much?
I don't know. It was at the fair in Juarez, and it was very cheap. It was
Okay.
probably like 40 pesos or something like that, or less.
Okay. Yeah.
And it was in Russian or something.
Oh, all right.
So
Yeah. I don't
that
know.
was a
Yeah.
bad purchase,
Yeah, yeah,
but I
yeah,
didn't
there
know
you
it was
Right.
in another
Yeah.
language. So
How would you know?
how would I know?
Yeah. All
Any
right.
other pirate thoughts?
I mean, other than it's a loved franchise from
Yeah.
us.
Yeah,
Yeah. It does go downhill.
It
But,
does,
it
but
does.
As long as the first one is still always going to be
We still
there.
have
yeah,
that
the first
first
one's
one.
great, and we didn't even mention Jeffrey Rush as Barbosa.
Oh,
he's great.
Yeah.
He was great.
Yeah. And his comeback in the second movie was epic.
It was.
Yeah.
Allegedly, no one told any of the cast that he was coming back, and so the reaction that you get from everyone is
It's
the
genuine.
genuine reaction. Yeah,
It's a good
That's cool.
reveal. Yeah.
yeah. So,
So
on to
that's
the
our
next
thoughts.
one.
Let's do
Shutter,
Shutter Island.
Island.
Yes,
This was I think it's kind of a cult following a little bit because it's not like Scorsese, but it's not like one of his. Maybe it's bigger now, but I think when it came out, it wasn't huge for Scorsese. I feel like it kind of was like kind of brushed aside, but I think it got a bigger following over the years. I feel like that's how it happened because I feel like it kind of got released in like not around like award season and kind of was like not looked at for a typical Scorsese.
I think it was moved, right?
Was.
I think it screened like.
It came out like February or March of like the year it came out, like 2010.
Yeah.
But it's like it's really good. Like
yeah, I remember I enjoyed it.
You got Leo.
Yeah.
You got
You're
Mark
suffering
Ruffalo.
in there, aren't you?
A little bit. It's getting as we're nearing the end, it's really feeling the
We'll wrap it up
the
soon.
length on this thing. But really good thriller. I had read the book, so I knew it was going to happen.
Okay.
But I mean,
It's a really good twist.
it's a really good twist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good twist.
Good
Yeah.
cast. Good performances.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on that, boys?
I mean, other than the performances are really good. I think there's a really good twist. As a kid, didn't really see that coming. So,
Yeah,
Same.
I didn't expect that
but when you
twist. So
when you kind of rewatch it, it kind of
There's
makes
a lot
sense.
of clues.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Yeah.
clues. Yeah,
Yeah.
that if on your first initial watch you're not gonna catch.
Right.
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
I've only seen it once, and it was in theaters when it came out, so I don't remember much of it. I just remember it was a little confusing, but it was a
Yeah.
nice twist.
Yeah.
and
I think on your rewatch, it'd make
Yeah.
more sense.
Yeah.
and Leonardo DiCaprio did great.
Yeah.
Of course.
So, on to the movie I didn't see.
You didn't see this?
Just one
Hacksaw
more.
Ridge. No, I didn't
That
see
line
this
will make
movie.
sense to you then.
Just one. Yeah, I know it does make sense to me.
It does or doesn't?
It does. Yeah,
Okay,
I watched
well.
that shit.
You did watch?
I did. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said you didn't.
I didn't watch it before
You
this.
didn't watch before.
Oh,
Yeah,
before
yeah,
this.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Yes, Hacksaw Ridge.
Yeah.
Which this was relatively released in like what the last 5 years?
2016. Yeah, I
6
think.
years. Yeah. Andrew Garfield. It's Mel Gibson directed.
Mel Gibson
Yep.
directed. Yeah.
Vince
Sam
Vaughn.
Worthington, Vince
it?
Vaughn. Yeah.
He is. in
Sam
it,
Worthington
That's
was
right.
in this, yeah.
Hugo Weaving,
Hugo Weaving.
Teresa Palmer.
Oh yeah,
I
Teresa
remember Teresa Palmer. I
Palmer.
don't remember Hugo Weaving.
I don't remember
This-
Hugo Weaving.
Hugo
either.
Weaving is his dad.
Oh,
That's right.
oh.
Yeah.
This movie was all I remember from this movie being really gory.
It's very gory. It's way gorier than you would expect considering the theme because
Yeah.
he's a Christian
Yes.
man who wants to save people as much as
He's a
possible.
pacifist, yeah, he doesn't want to
Yeah.
kill anyone. He just
Yeah.
wants to save lives.
But I mean, Mel Gibson loves his gore because
he
Passion of the
does.
Christ was also very gory.
Yes.
But Andrew Garfield was really good in that movie.
He was really good.
Yeah.
Really great performance. I think did he get nominated?
He did get nominated. So
Yeah, it's a little. I mean, I do enjoy the movie, but it's Mel Gibson, and he's a
yeah,
controversial
he's
figure.
problematic for sure, and
Yeah,
the movie borders on being like overly religious to my taste.
yeah,
But I still enjoyed it. It's a movie that like when I saw it, I don't think I would rewatch it,
right.
but I remember I enjoyed it when I watched it, and I
Yeah.
liked his performance, and
Yeah.
I liked what happens in the movie.
Brad, from your first watch, what were your thoughts?
Boys, this movie has an 84 on Rotten Tomatoes. Don't know if you know that.
I knew it
looked
was
that up.
rated.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm part of the 15% that fucking hated that movie.
You didn't like it?
I did not like it.
Like at all?
Like at all, yeah. I didn't
Wow.
I didn't think any of it was enjoyable, to be honest with you.
hit us with why.
Andrew Garfield was okay. Very hard on that accent. On International Women's
Because
Day.
it's like a southern accent, right?
no, it's supposed to be a Virginian accent.
Oh,
Yeah.
I couldn't even tell you what that is.
yeah,
Couldn't even tell you what that is either, but he hit it with a hard southern. Yeah.
yeah.
On International Women's Day is when I watched this movie. This man,
Sorry.
chill out, Batman.
I don't know. Why'd you frame it like that?
I had a point.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
I figured go on.
Damn.
All right. Look at me again.
I can't look at you right now. Hold on.
All right, I'll look away.
We're gonna have to cut that scene real quick because I was fantastic in holding character.
Go on.
Okay. I watched this on International Women's Day, and I just want to say that Andrew Garfield violently grabbed Teresa Palmer's face and kissed her without asking.
Did he know it was International Women's Day?
He did not fucking know, unfortunately for him. But this movie was not if I was watching a war movie, this wouldn't be the movie I chose at all. I wouldn't even consider this really a war movie.
Wow.
Very strong
can-
feelings. Yeah.
Very
Dude,
strong feeling.
yeah, you can totally tell that the area that they shot this movie in was so small and like they had limited actors. I mean, some of the camera shots are just so way too high up that you can
Yeah,
literally see
I
the
know
whole
that.
battlefield, and it's like a stage. You can totally tell all that. I thought him fucking knocking a grenade out of the air was fucking stupid. I thought that was the dumbest shit that they could have ever done in a movie. Is it realistic? I wouldn't know. I wasn't there.
Right.
But could it really happen in real life? I don't think so. Unless he has the eye and hand coordination of a god. So that to me was kind of weird. I thought it was also weird. Some of the people that were, some of these people that were supposed to die. I mean, there's a dude who had a grenade literally like being held on his fucking chest. It exploded, and this man was breathing and asking for help.
He saved all of those lives.
He did, yes. And I'm not denying the history of this movie, right? But I'm just saying it's a little hard to believe.
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah, I didn't enjoy this
You
movie
didn't care
at all.
for it.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
care for it.
That's fair.
Shouldn't be on this
That's
list,
fine.
to be honest, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
I don't know. I feel like I don't know if I'd like it as much as I've.
If they would have picked a movie from 2016 to be on this list, they should have picked La La Land.
Is it on
It
this
is on
list?
this
I don't think La La Land's in this.
It is.
It is?
Yeah, I saw it.
Are you sure?
100% I saw it.
Well, should we see if we pull it?
All
Let's
right,
see-
let's see.
Let's pick our next one.
Just in this little cutaway here, you can totally cut that actual thing off if you'd like.
Where's
If you're
the-
not comfortable with it.
Where's the chip?
No, it's done. It's not in there.
No.
Well, shit.
Darn, he's gonna have to scratch it off later. All right, we're at 21 rows, right?
I'll have to search off there. It's probably in. It might be in the basket or in the closet.
That's what I'm
upstairs, so
thinking. The basket.
I'll grab it.
Okay. In row number 18.
18.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
Movie number 5.
well.
I thought it was gonna be one of my favorite movies of all time, but it wasn't.
So what is it?
Spotlight.
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 I've seen that.
That's very good, actually.
Have you seen it?
It has
That's
Mark Ruffalo, Rachel McAdams,
The one where
Michael
they're adding
Keaton.
priests? Oh,
Yes.
I've seen that
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, that was a fantastic movie.
Should we?
Let's do another one.
Okay.
Let's do a re-roll.
Maybe we just keep, re-rolling until we watch a movie that, we haven't seen
That
yet.
would be good. Or at least one of us.
Row number 2.
I read it down this time. I remember.
Yeah.
2.
Yeah, row number 2.
Spotlight.
Okay, do the other one.
Row number 2, number 2.
Oh no!
Oh,
That
God.
sounds like
It's a
something-
fucking German
Something
movie.
we watched.
It's the Dark Knight trilogy,
Okay, all right. So
Well, that would have been.
that would have been an epic one last week.
and that would have.
Row number 6.
I want to rewatch though after watching the new one.
Hey, here's your chance.
Okay, go ahead. 6.
This is the Dark Knight costume. I don't know if you could tell.
Yeah, I could
kinda
totally
figured,
tell.
yeah.
Yeah.
4.
Yeah, 4.
Okay, I have actually not seen this movie.
Here we go.
It's Braveheart.
You just
I just watched Braveheart
I just watched Braveheart.
for the first time.
Yes.
Okay, there we
Wow.
go. That's great.
Wow.
I haven't watched it either.
Wow.
There we go. There we go. That's perfect. That was meant to be.
No, it wasn't meant to
I'm
be.
surprised you haven't seen it, Derek. I'm surprised you hadn't seen it before this.
He just watched it.
I
like,
just
last
watched
week.
it
Like,
last week.
But like
And he's like,
recently,
I talked about it on the podcast. And
I still have it, yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean,
now you
now I can.
now you will.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you hadn't seen it beforehand. Is what I'm trying to
Oh
say.
yeah, no, I had no interest in it.
This is also a Mel Gibson movie, so that's funny.
yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
It is what it is.
And you'll see.
It's supposed to be really good.
It
so.
is really good.
Where'd you watch it?
Netflix.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, and you'll see exactly why he casted himself as Braveheart.
okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Can't wait.
All right, so where you can listen to us is on Spotify, the Apple podcasting app.
The Apple.
Yeah, and iHeartRadio. But even more specifically, on the Apple podcasting app, you can leave us a 5-star review, and you can leave us a little comment. Tell us how good we're doing.
Let's know how Brett's doing.
You can also do that. Daniel.
You can find us on social media. We're on Twitter and Instagram at AnActionPod.
You can follow all of us on our individual social media channels. You can follow me at the Batman on Twitter and at the Batman on Instagram.
I also forgot to mention that we are now on YouTube.
Oh, we are.
You can watch us on our YouTube channel. The YouTube channel is called An Action Podcast, a movie podcast. Thank you, Batman, for confirming. And you can follow me at Brett J. Burke on Instagram and Twitter.
And I'm on Twitter at Denko89 and on Instagram at Denko Romero89.
And thanks for
tuning in.
listening.
Bye.
Bye.
And cut.